I'm Karen McMahon with Pig Health Today, and I'm visiting with Juan Sanuesa. He is a veterinarian, and he's with the University of Minnesota and the Morrison Swine Health Monitoring Project. And Juan, you've been working on a special project looking at the summer outbreaks of PRRS. Can you tell me what you've been finding out?
By the concerns of participants of the Swine Health Monitoring Project, that they approach us and say, we are observing a higher incidence of PRRS during this summer 2017, and can you tell us whether this is something that you are seeing somewhere else as well? So we took the task of looking at the data and describing summer breaks. So what we did basically is just a temporal description, just to see whether these summer breaks were increasing or decreasing in time, how many were occurring, and also any geographical pattern that we could observe in the data. So the first part, we saw that in any given year, we have approximately 3.5 sow farms breaking during the summer, and we didn't observe any trend in this data, not increasing or decreasing trend. It was pretty much flat across the years.
When you say 3.5 farms breaking, is that a percent or what is that?
It's the percentage of the farms that we have in the project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no trend in there. It's pretty much flat over the years. When we started describing where these breaks occurred, we saw that mainly they are happening in Minnesota and Iowa, and North Iowa, South Minnesota. And after correcting by the population that is at risk in these areas, we could see that still those areas come up with a higher risk of summer breaks. It's not something that is driven only by density, it's something else, because we have other swine dense areas in this analysis, but not all of them came with this same risk. So by doing this, we can generate some hypothesis of why this is happening, and we need to look at this more closely as well. Many pigs go to these areas for finishing, so there may be a lot of pressure from other areas and these pigs converging in this region where we observe summer breaks. So that could be one part that we have to explore. The other part that is important is that we are seeing that in this area where summer breaks occur, there is also a higher density of filter farms. So something may be happening during the summer in filter farms that make them more prone to have a PRRS outbreak. Could be that they are replacing filters during that time, or could be that they stop filtering during summer. We don't know yet, but that's something that we want to explore further.
And then you had another part of this project.
Yeah. So the second part consisted in assessing the association between the PRRS outbreak, the season where the PRRS outbreak occurred, and the time to stability. So the time to wean negative pigs. And that also that question came from participants to us as well. And in these anecdotal reports that people were seeing that summer breaks could take longer to achieve stability compared to winter.
Can you give me an idea of what those rates were?
So when we did the analysis and got the final data, we did observe a difference, and the difference was around 15 weeks. So we had around 35 weeks for time to stability for winter, autumn breaks, and around 50 weeks for summer breaks. So it's a large difference. And so we're seeing that there is a difference. The season where the PRRS outbreak, when the PRRS outbreak occurs, it matters, and it is important. And this is important to, we believe it's important to manage producer expectations, right? To when I'm gonna be able to be stable again, when can I get rid of this virus, and when I can introduce gilts again in my herd. So by doing this, we can see that summer breaks may take significantly longer, up to 50 weeks or a year, and that's important to know for the producer.
Can you speculate why it takes so much longer?
What we're seeing in the data is that summer breaks are achieving stability at a similar rate with winter breaks in time, in weeks. But there's a moment in time when summer breaks start being flat, in the sense farms are not achieving stability. And there is a period of, I don't know, 10, 12 weeks. And that is coincidental with the arrival of winter. So it may be possible that these farms that broke during the summer, when they are reaching the final stages of PRRS elimination in their farms, winter arrives. And we don't know if it is the temperature that drops, the ventilation that drops, or what factors are involved, but it seems that during winter, this PRRS virus is able to linger in the sow farm until the next season, the next season, spring or summer, when the farm can perhaps finally get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any end conclusions about the time to stability?
So a couple of things. So first, that summer breaks are, on average, a summer break can take considerably longer for our farms to achieve stability. And the other factor that we saw associated with an increased time to stability was the PRRS type, the PRRS RFLP. So when we have breaks associated with a 174 RFLP, these breaks are taking also longer to achieve stability compared to other RFLPs in our database. So those are two important factors that we are seeing in this data.
And what do you think will be the next step with what you learned in your own project that you just completed?
If we are able to get rid of PRRS before the arrival of winter, we may be able to shorten the time to stability. So I think the next step would be to try to identify those factors that can help us, like internal biosecurity measures that can help us to get rid of the virus in a shorter time, especially for summer breaks.